Welcome back everyone to ChaosFactor Studios, where today we're going to be explaining what happened in the 17th episode of Minecraft. So this episode we did a lot of new house design for the main part. It was a lot of interior work, and today was also the first time that we went to the Nether. It was not very long lived because I went there and started collecting some quartz, and the entire time that I spent in the Nether was collecting quartz. So of course there wasn't really a reason. Of course, there wasn't a reason to show you guys all of that content because it's essentially just a bunch of lame collecting content. So I just went ahead and collected a bunch of quartz and used it for a bunch of interior designing. I think the house is turning out pretty freaking cool on the inside. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Vanilla Minecraft. Today we have returned back into our house to continue where we left off in the last episode. For all of you that do not remember and or did not watch the last episode, which you should go do right now, we built these two rooms here. Well, this room isn't finished. This is supposed to be a loo, but I haven't done that yet. But we built these two rooms inside of the house, and this one also leads up to the attic, which we'll be using for a storage room. We moved our chest of all of our crap into over here behind the steps of this room, and then we have just this shit in the middle of our house because there's nowhere else better to place it right now. So today we're going to work on more of the interior of the house. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this stuff now that I've realized it's here. But now I do have an idea. So right here, what I think I'll do is I'll place just what I need to go do is I need to... Let me actually mine out this coal quick. Is this just it? Okay, that's it. But I want to burn up some more cobblestones so I can get some more stone bricks up in this house. Literally. I need those steps. I don't know why I left those in there. The question is, what did I do with my furnaces? Furnaces? You're not in the bathroom anymore. Because furnaces don't belong in the bathroom. Did I put them up in the chest upstairs? Or am I just being blind and I didn't see them? Oh yeah, there's stuff up here. Yeah, I need all that. There we go. Alright. So I'll go ahead and lay those furnaces down here, just because I don't have a place for them yet in the kitchen. Regardless of the point that you don't cook cobblestone in the kitchen, fuck you, that's what. But what I'll do here is we'll just make a little bit of a livelihood at this house. I don't actually need those 2 blocks there. By just putting down some benches, some seats. The question is, how do I want to do those seats? I'm going to do it with steps. But I don't know what kind of steps I want to use for that. Oh, I'm surprised it's nighttime. I'm gonna sleep quick. What kind of step options are there? Let me go over here. Minecraft steps. Stairs, whatever. You get what I mean. Stairs. Let's see, so there's stone, there's nether brick, there's wood. Sandstone, quartz. You know, quartz sounds like a really good idea. You know what? New plan for this video. I'm gonna go down into the caves and I'm gonna go collect a bunch of obsidian. That's what that stuff's called. Whee! Sploosh. Alrighty, I have now returned with a bunch of obsidian, probably a little bit more than I need, but I'm not sure how big I was going to make the portal. I might end up making it a specific size according to how big I dig the hole, or whatever other parameters we run into when we're building it. Also, while I passed by the other house, I decided to grab up some stuff that I had there miscellaneously. I did have some doors there, which means I wasted a little bit of stuff or whatever. And one of the things I completely neglected that existed is the point that there's diorite in the game. And it's very similar to quartz, which means I'm not going to really use it because I'm about to head to the nether to go ahead and prepare for some more quartz. But I was a little bit dumb that I just completely forgot that diorite was in this game. And I completely forget whether or not you're able to make steps out of it or whatever. But as you can see, when I was hanging off the ledge there, I thought it was a nice spot, or a good-looking spot, to put the portal inside of that little extra ledge there. There's apparently it's taking forever to be night. There's this little mountain here, this little secondary mountain, and if I put a pool of water right there, it would be fairly easy to consistently jump into from like right here. So if we would jump down into that, and then possibly dig a hole through that little section area here, and then into this mountain, then open it up and make some sort of nether design inside of there, that'd be a really cool spot to put the nether portal. So if I could actually right-click the bed and go to sleep, oh my god. Okay, where did monsters spawn? They couldn't have spawned up in the attic, right? Yeah, no, I fixed the lighting up in the attic. There's no way they spawned it there. There's no way they spawned in the bathroom. Are they spawning on the roof? I cannot tell. If they are spawning on the roof, then we are going to have to fix that. And I just realized now as well that this area out here is going to have to be lit up. So I'll throw some torches down on the fences periodically to make sure that everything is lit up properly. Don't want to deal with anything on these routes up to the house. And I also don't want to deal with what I'm dealing with right now, that there's monsters nearby. So I can't sleep. You know what might have happened is I might have removed some of the snow that was inside this hole in here. The snow was preventing the mobs from spawning. Nope, it's all in there, so there shouldn't be any mobs in there because mobs can't spawn on top of the snow things, I thought. Oh, no, there's a creeper down there. So yeah, things can spawn down there, so I'm gonna grab the ladders from in here? Nope, they're upstairs. Gonna grab the ladders here so I can climb out of there. And hopefully I'll be able to get this guy before he explodes. Alright. Grab the ladders because, yeah, I don't really want to place a permanent pillar there or anything. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and build myself out with cobblestone. Because I don't want to leave the ladder there and everything. But there's a torch in here now, so that'll keep things from spawning in here. So hopefully I don't have to deal with freaking monsters nearby anymore. Because those are all player-placed blocks up on the ceiling, and I don't think that the mobs will be able to spawn up there. So hopefully we'll never have to deal with having to light up the top of the building, because that looks really dumb. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to descend down to that mountain area without killing ourselves. I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but I had lost a bunch of experience levels. I might have said this already, because I was building up on that ledge there, and I kind of fell, and I died right about here. Something like that, yeah, so my stuff went flying everywhere, and I lost all my experience levels and everything even. So one of the things that I neglected to do is actually you know what, I'm not gonna I'll be right back. And for those of you who wonder why I won't be digging these out, because I'll often complain about coal, I want to leave these here because they look really cool, and it's a nice design on the side of the mountain, so yeah. Okay, so this time I actually brought water with me like a genius. And we'll be able to, let me just place out a little pattern here. Dig this out, something like that. And then dig this. Oh wait, I don't want to dig this too deep yet. I do want to dig out a little plant area. So that'll all be too deep there. So I grabbed a bunch of water so we can make the splashdown area. So a place to land without dying after jumping off the cliff. Like so. A lot of man-made water things in this Let's Play, which I don't know if that's unusual, but done a whole lot of that. So then this here we'll dig into. Like so. This might take a bit. Come on. And eventually we'll dig into the center of that secondary mountain there that we were talking about, in which we'll hollow out, not completely, but we'll hollow it out to an extent to get some nice area, and then we'll fill it with a nice nether design. So if we go to the top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just about at 13 in 13 blocks deep is when we reach the center of the mountain. So right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Dig 2 deeper just because I want the portal just to be generally just beyond the center of it. So once we dig this through. So yeah, since this is a 13, not 13, a 3 wide portal, I'm glad I grabbed some extra obsidian because I do want it to fill this whole gap here. I'm actually kind of annoyed that this broke because I want this all to be stone, but I'll just leave that open for now because it bothers me that much. So I'll dig out this area here, then break these 3, these 3, these 3, and these 3. That will all be replaced with obsidian, like so, which leaves us with 6. And then there was gravel on the top of the mountain here. And I'm not sure, does silk touch? Okay, silk touch definitely affects gravel digging. So I'm not going to get any flint if I dig that with that shovel. So I'll bring this down. Let me rip this off so it doesn't look as strange. Bring this down under there. And I'll go ahead and break this up with my hands until I get a flint. Come on, flint. You can do it. There we go. Put some torches in here so nothing spawns. Like that. We can go ahead and make it flint and steel. And we will light our first nether portal. Boosh. Okay, so hopefully we don't just die immediately, because I'd hate to lose all this stuff, like a lot. So we'll go ahead and shift even. This might take a bit because it's the first time generating nether, very obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and crouch and make sure I don't die from wherever I spawn. Here we go. Okay. This is actually a pretty darn nice spawning point. So wait a second here for this all to generate, and it looks like it's just closed enough that there aren't going to be any gas spawning, but it's also open enough to be and have some nice clearings, and there's quartz around immediately. So I'm very happy with the spawn. Bunch of block lag because we're just loading the nether. But I'm quite happy with the spawn. So probably pretty much the only thing that we're going to be doing on this run is just collecting up some quartz. Unless even if we find another temple, we'll probably just keep it in mind and go to it later if we find it. There's some serious block lag going on because it's still generating the nether. It is generating the nether for the first time, obviously, so when it's first coming into the world. So it will take a bit until it stops at the block lag. So we'll go ahead and just take our time with mining this quartz. One of the best things about mining quartz as well is it's one of my favorite materials to build with, and it also gives crap tons of levels. So when it comes to a point that you just want to build a big quartz structure, it's also a great time to just have some fortune pickaxe fun and just go through and mine crap tons of it and get tons of levels to enchant and tons of quartz to build and everything. So it's a great thing to farm for both experience and building. Looks like oh, okay, maybe the maybe the lag hasn't gone away yet. All right. So just about 60, man. I am used to having a fortune pick when I'm mining quartz, so this is gonna seem super slow to me. So I will go ahead and collect up some quartz. Maybe take a trip down there and grab some... I'll leave this whole sand alone. I'll get back to that later. But I'll collect up some quartz, and I'll see you guys in a minute if I find anything special or if I decide I'm all finished up. Hooray! We successfully made it out of the nether on our first try without dying totally. I got a good bit of quartz here. I got a stack of 11 of quartz, which is pretty much all I'll need for the house. Obviously, it won't be enough for later projects if I decide to use quartz again consistently, but there should be plenty for the house. So I'm pretty satisfied with the nearly 30 levels that I received from farming the quartz, and I'm pretty happy with the amount of quartz that I got. I'm going to quickly lay down some torches as I run up here so this path is totally lighted. Not totally, there's some down there that's still dark, but close enough. So I collected up a decent bit of quartz. I was totally wrong about the whole gas thing. They're definitely spawning in that area. But I got pretty much everything I wanted out of the nether. As you could probably see in my inventory, I also collected up some glowstone, which was more of just like a convenient thing. It was just like, yeah, it's there. I'll probably use it eventually. So I went ahead and grabbed some of that. Didn't really need the nether stone, but I went ahead and kept that as well. So one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to tear out this floor here. And I'm going to replace all this with some quartzy. And of course, I will take that plan on in the same fashion with the kitchen. Now in the kitchen, I might go with a stereotypical, whatchamacallit pattern? Chessboard pattern. With some quartz and some sort of alternating black design back and forth. And then one of the other things that I wanted to do was make a few set of stairs. 16 should be enough. And what I wanted to do is put in this corner is just a set of benches. Okay, so that's an issue. I do not like invisible things. Oh my lord, building is just like the worst thing for me. Okay, so I think that quartz has disappeared, but whatever. So I'm going to put 2 benches here. I really like the design of quartz just because how the lines lay out, and I think that white is a nice attractive color for a seating area. So these are two pretty nice seats, I think. So I'll go ahead and leave the episode off there. It was a fun episode. Definitely got through a decent bit of things, I believe. Got the nether portal started. Did some interior work, not that much, but we did some interior work. And we collected up pretty much the majority of the materials remaining, probably not, that we need for the interior design. So I'll leave you guys off with that. Thank everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.